What's up, guys? Friday night raw video. Just done 10 rounds of sparring, as I usually do. I don't know why I leave these videos until after I've been sparring. It's a terrible idea that I need to fix, but I've just actually had my biggest week in business of all time, cash collected, just shy of $100,000 in a single week, which is obviously bonkers, like absolutely absurd. And it came from these things, and I just want to discuss them with you because it's really not to show off the numbers. The numbers are actually, and I'll get into this, numbers are actually irrelevant to me. They don't actually feel that different, but what I've built and the system that I'm living my life by, it's actually felt a lot different and a lot really, really good. Obviously the results are good, but just knowing that you're getting somewhere and you're moving with progress has been really, really positive. So looking back on this past month, which has led up to the biggest week in our business so far for cash collected, has been number one, boxing and getting disciplined, because the discipline from the boxing and having a focus for my life outside of business has just focused everything else in and made me more efficient. So I took a fight, even though we said to ourselves, oh, we've got a lot on, we've got business, blah, blah, blah. I thought, no, you know what? I really need something in my life right now to just center me and give me something really to look forward to and train for. And I signed up for this professional fight on the 3rd of December, and I've been training really hard for that. And because I've had that, I haven't had the option to have any other distractions in my life. I haven't had the option to go out, haven't had the option to go and date or really do anything other than stay aligned on my goal. And that's been really positive for me. So that is number one. That boxing, that discipline, having a goal and something to train for is so important, because it just puts you through, you stop going through the motions. And for the first week, it was really hard. And I was like, fuck, can I keep this up for 10 weeks? And then the second week, it's a little bit easier. And then the third week's a little bit easier. And the fourth week, it's normal. And it's like, I couldn't imagine now, even though we're just 4 weeks in, or we're a little bit less, 3 weeks, even though we're just a small amount in, I couldn't imagine going back to not having this kind of capacity and productivity to do all of this and my business. And that's really what you need to learn to push in your mind, is that your actual potential as a person is so much further than what your general output is. And even for me now, I know that I am not even halfway, unfortunately. As much as I'd like to say, well, Jack, now you're boxing and you're doing this, and you're doing your business and you're doing your 4 videos a week and you're filming ads and you're doing all this stuff, I know even now that I'm not even halfway to my potential, because I still go sleep at 3 a.m, wake up at 11 o'clock. That's another thing that needs to be fixed. So that's number one. It's like, add some more to your life. If life's gotten easy, make it hard. The discipline carries through on everything you do. You feel good about yourself because you've got your physical discipline, your boxing down, and in that, and then you're like, I'm not going to skip on myself in business. Let's round this all up and just expand your mind to what you think you're capable of. You do have time. It doesn't matter if you're tired. Keep training, keep pushing through, keep doing business. Obviously get your sleep. Don't stay up all fucking night, and look after your health. But you can do more. And I've learnt that, and my capacity has just fucking skyrocketed. At the same time, I've been less stressed than I have been in a long time, purely for the reason, and this sounds fucking stupid, but I decided not to be stressed anymore. I just made the decision that I was just going to work. Sorry, that's moved that a bit. I made the decision that I was just going to do the stuff instead of getting stressed about it, and if anything went wrong, I would just do the actions to fix it and just not get stressed. It sounds fucking simple, and it really is, but it's actually worked incredibly well. I've just let go of all that fear of any sort of failure. So running up into this week of business, and I'm happy to share it with you guys because you're kind of the insiders on the Raw channel. Running up to this week of business, we were trialing a new strategy, running ads for the first time. And there was a lot of times in the past I've gone to make this leap into ads and other things in my business. And I've gone to make that leap, and then I've gotten scared. And instead of just pushing through, I've cancelled on it and just thought, I'll keep my money, what I've got right now, and spend it and have a good time and just live at this level. And I don't know whether it's because I took a big jump on the boxing and other things like that, that it pushed my boundary a bit, but I just followed through as scared as I was. And I've actually realized that I have some really, really good ideas and some really good business acumen if I listen to the ideas that I'm given. And you'd be surprised by how many ideas you probably have in your head that are going to work out really, really well if you actually just test them instead of thinking they won't work before you test them. And in the past I've done that, and then for this I got a bit scared, but I just said, you know what, let's test it. We're not going to lose much money anyway. Let's just test it. And we did, and it worked really, really well, and it just helped improve everything. The other one is no distractions. I've had a few things come into my life, girls, people that want to see me, and in the past I would have had a big week, and then I would have gone and spent the money from that week, or gone and enjoyed myself and thought I deserved a break and a rest. And I've just stopped kind of doing that now. So I'll rest and treat this week for me and my boys. It's like we get a nice meal and we'll go to the cinema together, but we've kind of cut out a lot of the more sort of fun activities that we were doing, going out for dinners with girls and having girls fly over and come for vacation and things like that. And just those distractions have allowed every day you feel like you're getting better and you're focused on the goal. And we're a house of 3 guys, and that focus has been really, really positive. Another thing I've done, I've taken the money that I've cash collected and even money from my reserves anyway, and I've just started to reinvest it positively in the business with the right people. Bringing people out for my fight camp to work in the house with us for filming our series for the fight camp. A great editor called Sammy's going to come out, getting an ads and systems guy into our back end to do our profit and loss and teach us a shit ton about systems, ads, all this stuff that we can pass on the knowledge into our programs, Icon Blueprint. We can pass on in my one-to-one mentorship to new elite guys that are looking to scale from 100k a month to 400k a month. And that's so positive. And there's been a little bit of time that got burnt on a couple programs earlier in the year that were really pricey, like 18k programs that just weren't very good. So I hadn't been spending much money, but spending and invested again with some good people, and that has massively benefited the business just to have someone to hold us accountable every week outside of our inner business workings. This is all high level stuff. Some of this won't be relevant to you, but hopefully you can take the sort of sub lessons from it. And for some of you, it might be really, really relevant. So just finding the right guys, and just one of those specific points is the tracking of the business metrics is unbelievably valuable, like the most important thing. I've gotten to this point in business doing 100, on average about 100k a month, top months before 180. And I've got to this point without ever doing a fucking profit and loss statement, without ever tracking business expenses. I just know I'm making more than I spend. And we've got this guy come in and just rip us a new one and just say, you fucking idiots, you don't know what you spent, you don't know your outgoings. And we've got this great Excel back end now that just tells us exactly how much money we're spending each day on our total business costs. A lot of this will be simple to you guys, but to me it's like, I'm such a creative person and kind of a wild soul that this is quite big for me. I win off of pure aggression and creativity, and my business has won because of that, and my love for my clients and the people that I help, and believing that we do a really good thing, which we do. But in terms of actually learning business, I've ignored it because I've been making great money and I've started to learn these things. So hopefully you guys can have that as in your businesses as well. Also, we've not been focusing on results. We really were not results focused going into this month. It was just like, let's just do all the things we know we should be doing, and let's push ourselves and do the things that are a bit scary and stick to a fucking schedule. A schedule is so important, especially for social media, which is kind of my forte and the thing I'm an absolute expert on. With social media, you need a program to follow. You need to know how many posts you're doing, why you're doing those posts, why you're doing your stories, why you're doing YouTube, how many YouTube videos you're doing, and you need a fucking system and days that those videos come out. If you don't, it's one of those things that you can easily let slide. So this video, for example, I just wouldn't have filmed it if I didn't know, absolutely non-negotiable, every Friday I do a raw video. If that wasn't there, if that plan wasn't in place and I wasn't holding myself accountable to it, I've done 10 rounds of sparring and an hour boxing session. I'm fucking knackered. I've just been on an hour phone calls with a systems guy inside of our business, dialing things in even more, and it's 9 p.m. and I've been working since the morning. If I wasn't holding myself to a plan a proper system that I know works, then I wouldn't have jumped on and done this video. And that's been really important. And every time I do this, every time I hit a boxing session I don't want to go to, and every time I do a job that I don't want to do, I feel more confident and more strong and just more positive in my overall life. And I've actually started to just not care about any external stuff. I don't even want to spend my money. I want to use my money to just make things, I want to improve everything. And it's really nice to be addicted to that again. I think a lot of you guys think I'm always addicted to that because of my channel. But in reality, I'm not all the time. In reality, it's ebbs and flows with all these things. And I'm just happy to share with you guys that I've found really a flow again that's improved my life. And I hope maybe this can inspire some of you to do the same, because I spent 3 months traveling around America and Colombia, and I wouldn't change any of that. I learned a lot on that journey as well. But the comparison and fulfillment of those periods of like celebrating and winning and the periods of building, the building shit is so special, man. When you have a team of 3 in the house, you're all guys living together and you've worked your fucking asses off and you've trained your asses off, and you know everyone's pulling their weight, and then you see that win come in and you see that stuff start to grow and pay off. That's a special feeling. I don't know what else I would spend my time doing if I wasn't doing that. And having that purpose is so much bigger than any of the result. It's so much bigger than the things that you buy and all that sort of stuff. Another thing that I've started doing is just going above and beyond. So for example, in Icon Blueprint, our program where we teach guys personal branding really from the ground up, teach my entire back-end system to guys. It's meant to be an hour live call that we do every week, Q&A, where I just go through people's Instagrams, tell them about the thumbnails, the back end of their business, the sales, the setting, everything we've learned getting to this point, we pass on to other people. And they're meant to be an hour, and I just do them for 3 hours. I just stay on until every question is answered in full, every Instagram has been reviewed, and that going above and beyond has just been awesome. And we've started doing a lot of extra add-ons, just the extra time, and just make sure that anyone that spends money with us as a business is just raving about us and has got the absolute best experience, because that's what they deserve, having been a follower for a long time and now wanting help with their life. And just all of this has come together to really help us as a business. And just seeing it as normal. It's kind of nice that I have this fight on the 3rd, which is kind of my end date in terms of this mega discipline. But as of right now, I don't want that to end. Like even right now, I'm thinking in my head, after that fight, are you gonna go and party? Are you gonna go off the rails? Are you gonna go and drink? And I'm saying to myself now, like, but why would you need to, man? You're gonna feel so good after you win that fight. You're gonna have a great time. Then just get back to business. You're loving winning. So I've fallen in love with winning again, and you guys can do it as well. One step at a time, get a plan, find the next thing to do, knuckle down, and once that list done, power list for the day, and you've got a bit more time, just think, what else can I fix? Bang, and fix that. And just keep going and going. And when you don't feel like going for that run, don't feel like going to that gym, don't ever do it. Don't ever miss it, because it starts to eat at you. And just keep going and going and going. So guys, hope you enjoyed the vid. It's been a pleasure. I'm working real hard on the Colombia video for this Sunday on the main channel. I reckon I can get it done. So that'll be good to show you. It's a real good video as well. I edited all myself, 3 weeks of footage. But guys, it's been a pleasure, absolute pleasure. If you're interested in anything that we do, if you want my help or mentorship in building your life this way, go and check out our links down below. New Elite is more one-to-one with me and a high-level network for entrepreneurs, and Icon Blueprint is more group coaching, where you can, for a lower cost, get started and get a program that you go through step by step and still speak to me every week. So go check those out down below. It's been a pleasure, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Whoop out!